Alright, hello everyone, this is 707 Brosan with another video. This time we're gonna draw Lucario. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how he ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw him, then let's get started. And heads up, he is a little bit difficult, but I do try to simplify him as much as I can. But if you guys don't end up making him the same or have a hard time, then that's the reason, because he has a lot going on, so he's a little bit hard to do. So let's get started. So I'm gonna put up the reference right now, just to help you guys with all the details and so you guys get a better idea of what we're doing. So first of all, we're gonna get the shape. It's basically two long lines going down, and then we're gonna make rectangles. So as long as you guys get this shape, these shapes as accurate as you guys can, the easier it'll be once you do the actual drawing. Alright, so if you guys don't have a ruler, you guys could do this, because we need to make those rectangles the same length. So we're gonna have one, we're gonna have another one. So as you guys can see, I'm using a paper, and then we got two, and now we're gonna make this one right here. The third one is gonna be twice the size. So I mark it just so I can know where to place the other one, and then I do the other one. So that one's basically two rectangles, and the fourth one should be normal. So in total there should be four, three regular ones and one twice the long. So as long as you guys get this shape or these squares or whatever, the easier it'll be once you do the actual drawing. So if you guys want to pause the video, that way you guys can take your time, don't hurry up. It's a pretty long video. It's around 20 something minutes long, so just take your time. Alright, so right here, as you guys can see, they're like rectangles. As long as you get this shape, then you'll be good. It'll just be easier on you once you do the actual drawing. Alright, so just split it in half. Both sides should be closely the same. Alright, so we're gonna start with the side of the head, and that point, that line should be where the I guess where the mask starts, or where the face curves down. So that's the top of the head, and this is the side. As you guys can see on the reference, it's not a straight line going up, it's curved a little bit. And just keep in mind that it's not going to be the same as the reference. We're just trying to get a close look at it, or it should be closely the same, but it's not going to be perfect, because this is my own way of drawing it, of simplifying the drawing. Because when I do a tutorial, I just look at the reference and I try to simplify it as much as I can in my own way. So just remember, it's not going to look exactly the same as the reference. So right here I make the ears a little bit slanted, or a little bit pointing too much to the sides. So I do go back and I change those. You guys could just look at the reference, and then just look where if you guys do a line right, going right in the middle, then that should be fine. But like I said, I make the left one a little bit too down and too going to one side, but I do change those at the end. So right here they meet up, as you guys can see. It's not roughly the middle, it's a little bit higher, but that's just the shape of the head. Then right here I'm just doing the waist, so that line should be the waist. So that line is the chest. And then right here we're gonna do that black shoulder thing that he has. So I hope the reference really helps you guys out. So now we're gonna do what should I call that? I'm gonna call it a mask. We're gonna start doing it. So just curve it a little bit going down, and then do the same thing. Just try to match both sides as much as you can. Make them end in the same point, like that. Now we're gonna make the ribbon on top. So as you guys can see at the top, it's a little bit smaller than once it gets to the to the face. Alright, so just fixing that waist a little bit more, that body. So as you guys can see, it's a small line, and then it starts curving for the legs. So you guys could do a straight line just to help you guys place the other shoulder. That way you guys could get them the same length. You guys can use the reference just so you guys get a better idea of what we're doing. And then right here I just start just fixing them up a little bit. And I was trying to do the arm, but then I'm like, you know what, we'll just leave that for a little bit later. Alright, so I guess we can start working on the nose. So if you guys draw a straight line going from that headband on that line, you guys could get the size of the nose. Although I think I make it too big. But I do go back and I erase it and I change it, and I think I make it too low. So as you guys can see on the reference, it's roughly the same. If you guys, how should I say this? It's right at the line where the shoulder is. It lines up with the shoulder pad. But I make it a little bit too low. I make it too long, I mean. So right here I just fix it. Make it a little bit smaller, thinner. So just remember, we're just getting the rough shape. We'll leave the details for last. We're in the stage where we're just trying to place everything, get all the shapes that he has, and then once we got everything, most of it done, we'll do the details, which is gonna be the final stage, and it's just gonna do the Pokemon. So right here I do a rough shape of the arm that's laying on the knee. So right here I just started looking at the arm. So we can start doing the eyes, and as you guys can see, they at the top it's pretty close to the line of the face, or I don't know what to call that, the mask, because it looks like he has a mask over his face. And it's the same thing on the other side, which are basically like kind of like half circles. But I'm pretty bad at doing eyes, as you guys could tell right now. I do go back and I change those. If you guys see my other videos, then you guys will know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna do the pupils, but like I said, I go back and I change them. You guys can use that reference. That's one of the reasons I made it, just so you guys, just to make it easier on you guys. Because I'm looking at the reference too, but I have it on my tablet like right in front of me. But on the tablet it's not that big, and right here on the screen, on the screen that on my video, they're side by side. So it's easier to notice anything that I didn't make right. So right here I started doing the ears, but like I said, I changed those. I think I made them too small right here, so that's what made it look weird. Yeah, that looks weird. Yeah, it doesn't look right. Maybe that's what made it look bad. But like I said, I go back and I change it. You guys can use the reference for that, or you guys could wait till I change it, because yeah, it just looks really weird like that. So right here I start making the little bubble things that he has. I don't know if that's his hair or what that is. So I extend the arm a little bit. As you guys can see, I curve it a little bit and I ended it at a point. But that point should be lower, but I changed that. So right here I do those bobbly things. So they're around the same line or level as the nose and the shoulder pads that you guys can see on the reference. They should be like at the same level. So if you guys do a line from one of the shoulder pads like I did at the beginning to show you guys to get them straight, it should be at that line if you extend that line. So right here I started doing one of the arms just so I could get know where to place that bubble thing, but I do make it a little bit bigger than the other one, although now that I'm looking at the reference, it should be the other way around. The one on the left should be bigger. But like I said, we're not going for a perfect drawing. Alright, so right here I'm doing those details in the ears, but like I said, I go back and I change the ears because they look really weird now that I'm looking at my video, because I'm doing a voiceover. I'm watching myself draw. Alright, so right here I do the rough sketch of the arm. I do go back and I change it because it just looks off. So what I do in this video, I just do the rough sketch of it, and then I'll end the video. And then what I do after I end it, I go back and I just change any details off camera. I fix it up, in other words, clean it up, and just get that full that finished picture. But those are just small details that you guys could do on your own. You guys don't necessarily have to look at them on screen, and it just makes it harder for me. So right here I'm just doing those furry things that he has, although I did them a little bit smaller. If you guys look at the reference, they're a little bit more bigger. They stand out a little bit more. And then that circle right under the nose, as you guys could tell, I made it in the middle and I made it a little bit bigger. On the reference he has it a little bit higher, but I just wanted to put it there. I noticed that, but I just wanted to put it in the middle. Like, I didn't see no difference if I put it in the middle or put it just like the reference. So now we're gonna do this leg, the top of the leg. Now this point right here where I'm doing, that should be where the crotch is. So I make the shape, although we can't see where it curves, but I get an idea. So just look at where I make the lines compared to the shapes we did at the beginning. And then this one right here, I make it a little bit too long, so don't copy me right here because I make it a little bit too long. I do go back and I change that. So right here I start doing it, and I make the arm a little bit lower than it should. I make the one of the legs further than I should. I go back and I erase this, so don't copy me exactly. So I just make a line right here for the arm, and like I said, it's just a rough outline. And now this is where I tell you guys that I went over that line, that square, the line of the square that we did at the beginning. I made it lower than that, and it should be the same. It should be, the foot should be resting on that line. So I noticed that right now once I finish the arm and the leg. So you guys could wait. So right here it's just do like a rectangle, a long rectangle. Just get that shape there, and then we'll start once you start adding all the details, and then it'll look better. So right here is where I notice, I'm like, you know what, I made it too long, I need to change this. So here I'm looking at the reference, and this is where I'm like, you know what, I made a mistake. But you guys need to remember that it's really hard. How should I say, doing a tutorial, you guys don't know how hard it is, especially if it's your first time drawing them and trying to simplify as much as you can. It's really hard. So then it should be around halfway of that square that we did. So then this is the hand. So like I said, I end up going back and changing that part right there where it curves, because as you guys can see on screen, it should be a little bit lower than that, but I do that off screen. So now we got that shape for the leg. I started doing, I think, the toes, but I do go back and change that after, so we can start adding that detail on the pants. I think they're pants. I don't know, they're pants. And then I guess we can start doing the tail. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty pointy. Maybe you should be a little bit bigger than that, but I don't know. It looks okay like that, so I leave it. So right here, I just added those details on the crotch area, and then I started doing the toes. But like I said, I end up making them a little bit bigger once I fix them. So don't follow me exactly. You guys could look at the screen on the reference and just use that rectangle shape that we did just to help you guys. But remember, just because it's a rectangle doesn't mean that it has to be a rectangle. So right here I'm doing the toes. So right here, like this one example right here, so it kind of curves inward a little bit, and then it goes down, so it's not necessarily the same shape as a rectangle. We just do that shape just to help us know where to place the leg or how big it should be. But I changed this all after I finished the video. I think I make the fingers and the foot a little bit bigger. So this is unnecessary. You guys don't have to copy this. You guys could just use that reference on the side. And then I make the spike on the arm. But I make it a little bit too high and too skinny. So once I finish the video, I go back and I change that, and I'll show you guys how what I changed and what I did right after this. So this is all just the shapes. It's just a rough sketch. This is what I call a rough sketch. And then once you got this, then you guys can start going and adding all the small details. So I think this is where I go back and I erase all those reference lines that we did. This is what I call cleaning the drawing, or cleaning the sketch. So this is where I go back and I erase all those unwanted lines, all those extra lines that we did, those rectangles that we did at the beginning to help us place everything. So right here is just a rough sketch, and then so it does take a little bit of work to get the final drawing, and the reason for this, all those shapes, it's just the rough sketch is just to place everything, so just to be a little bit more accurate. That way one hand won't be way bigger than the other one, or all like that. So I guess we're finished right here. I'll show you how it ends up looking like right now. So as you guys can see, I changed the ears. I made them a little bit pointier. I made them a little bit more straight going up, and I made them a little bit longer. Probably if you guys measure them, they're the same length as the head, as one of those squares, rectangles. So you guys could just see that. And I fixed the eyes. I changed them, although they're still not good. I changed them, and I just fixed the, what else did I fix? The fingers, as you guys can see on the hand that's resting on the knee. I just drew those, the fingers. I fixed the hand, the arm, like I said. I do go back and I change it. The only thing that I'm seeing right now that I missed is that on that arm, on the hand that's resting on the knee, once it gets to that hand, it gets a little bit thicker, and I made it all straight. I made it even, so that's one of those things that I missed. But as you guys can tell, I added the details on the arm, on the black area, as you guys can see on the reference. what else did I change? I changed the arm, the ones that's touching the ground. As you guys can see where where it curves, because like if you guys notice at the top it's skinnier than in the bottom. I changed it. I made it a little bit lower than that. Although the arms really misshaped now that I'm looking at them side by side. But I fixed the horn, or not the horn, the spike coming out of the hand. I made it a little bit bigger and lower. And then what else did I do? I changed the other leg. I changed it. I fixed. I mean, you guys could tell right there by those lines that are still noticeable that I erased. Made them a little bit bigger. And I think that's all I changed. And then I just added those lines on the nose, on top of the nose. So as you guys can see, we got pretty close to the reference. I'm pretty surprised that we got that close, because like I said, this is my first time drawing it. And when I was looking at the reference, I didn't really plan it out. I just looked at the reference and I'm like, what's the easiest way that I could get everything the same size? And I'm like, you know what? The head is almost the same length or going down as the waist. Like if you grab the head and you put it under that head, it's roughly right at the waist, and then if you do it again, it's roughly down to the crotch area. And then if you do it again, it should be like right at the bottom of the foot and the arm touching the ground. And on the reference, the foot is a little bit lower than the hand. So that's one of those things that I didn't notice. But like I said, you guys could change that. But I missed that. And then yeah, so then I just started doing it, going just by looking at the reference. So it's not really planned out, so it's not gonna be perfect, you guys. But I still hope that I helped you guys. We got pretty much really close to Lucario. Like if you guys didn't have the reference and you guys just saw my drawing, would you recognize them? Because I would. He looks like him. But once you have a reference and a drawing side by side, there's gonna just be a lot of different things. But overall, I think he came out pretty good. So I hope I helped you guys. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If it was, please leave a like and leave a comment telling me how good you did on your drawing. And I would really appreciate if you guys posted a link on the comment section of your drawings. I want to see how they turned out. I just want to make sure, or I just want to see how helpful my videos are, because it's really hard to make a tutorial or to simplify a drawing, especially on some Pokemon that are a little bit more complicated, like Lucario, and this is example right here. There's easier Pokemon, like if you guys haven't seen my other videos, I've done Pikachu. Pikachu was fairly easy because he doesn't got that much going on. Pichu, he was fairly easy. Raichu, he was a little bit harder, but he was pretty simple. Also done Eevee, all the evolutions except I haven't done Sylveon, but I'll be doing that. They were all a little bit easier than Lucario. So if you guys want to learn how to draw Pokemon, I got a lot of videos on my channel. So I recommend you guys subscribe, because I upload almost every single day. I make tutorials. I just started my channel. I barely have a few months with my channel, but I'm doing videos almost every day. So if you guys want to subscribe, then subscribe, because like I said, I do a lot of videos. And for right now, I'm trying to stick just with Pokemon, but maybe later on I'll start doing other anime characters. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Leave a like, subscribe if you guys want for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, see you guys. 707 Bros Town out.